What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up with you? I see somebody in the bushes. Just come on out. Stop being shy. Are you shy? You shy? What? Don't be shy. And don't be shy. Hi. Hey. Hi, William. How you doing, boo? I don't think I saw you in here before. Thank you for the like. Let me give you a round of applause, okay? Because we give claps around here, okay? Thank you for the like, okay? That clap was for whoever gave me that like, okay? Oh, y'all took it back? Oh my gosh, they taking like backs? What the fuck? Yo, I gave you a round of applause for a clap and they took it back. Who does that? Well, yeah, anywho, if y'all want to call in, because I want to ask y'all a question, right? And it's a serious ass question. If you're dating someone, right, and you know that they are married, right? I want y'all to call in and tell me your answer. What would you do in this situation? Let me start all over so y'all, the ones in the back, in case they ain't hear me. If you're dating someone, you know they're married, and the spouse said their spouse said they was going to get a divorce, but it's been over 3 years and they haven't got it yet, but they've been saying they're going to get a divorce, and you steady prolonging riding along with him or her. Would you say, F it, I'm out of here, or would you wait some more years until he get a divorce? What would you do? Hi, Avery. Hey, boo. Hey. Is that Alyssa? Hi, Alyssa Myers. Hey, boo. Hey. Somebody call in and tell me, would y'all accept the wait? Would y'all wait until him and his wife decide they gonna get a divorce, but they ain't get it yet? Each one of them saying they need to come sign the papers, but none of them is making the effort into going to the court to sign the papers. Oh, I got to like, I got to like, I got to like. Okay, let me give them a clap. Just don't take it back. I got 2 likes. Thank you for the like. So, what would you do in that situation? Would you just go along with a married man who's been promising you a divorce for a long time, but they haven't kicked up them papers yet? What would you do? Would you stay with him, or would you say, I'm out of here? Peace. Hi, Azzy. Hey, boo. Axie. That's a different name. That's a beautiful name. But for real, what would y'all do? Oh, I got a call. Let me see. Hello? Hello? 6-7. Oh, that sound like a 5-year-old. I told you parents to watch your kids and these phones, okay? You know, these kids is out here surfing the internet. Ain't no telling what they gonna bump into. When they bump into a big black man, and I'm just saying, this is some real shit because that's how it starts. You know, it starts through social media. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was a perverted person and they called my phone and I decided I want to lure this kid, you know, it can happen. It can happen. So don't think it can't happen. I don't know why people let their kids play with their phone because that was a kid. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, back to the lecture at hand. Would you date a man who been prolonging his divorce papers? Saying he gonna get a divorce this year, then it goes on to the second year. Now y'all on the third year. Would y'all put up with that? Got 3 likes? Okay, well you deserve a round of applause. Okay. Thank you very much for the like. I greatly appreciate it. No cat. Let me tell y'all something. I really appreciate y'all coming in here and spending some time with me. No cat. It means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Everyone in the chat and the 3 likes. I really appreciate that. No cat. You know what I'm saying? So I do want a little participation though. I don't want no kids calling my phone. Kids, please stay off my phone. I want adults only calling my phone, letting me know. Would you stay in a marriage with someone who been would you stay rather in a relationship with a married man or woman? Especially if they've been saying they're going to get a divorce and they have yet to do so, and y'all going on the 4th year of marriage. Would y'all stay? I mean, is it really worth staying? Or if it is, if you do stay, why? What reason would you stay? Hello. 6 7. All right, I'm gonna have to block this number. Yeah, let me block this number. Hold on. I gotta block this number because it's the same number, if I'm not mistaken. And I ain't got time for no kid shit. That should be pissing me off. It's like, yo, get your kid, yo. Recent um let's see. I want to block this bastard. I ain't gonna call him a bastard because it sounds like a little kid. They probably don't know no better. But in the same token, I blame their mother. Block. I think I did it. I never blocked nobody on this phone, but I think I blocked it. Okay. So yeah. Hi Shayla. Hi boo. How you doing? I hope everyone is having a great Monday. I hope your Monday was good. And if it was bad, I hope you made it right. I hope you made it good. Okay, don't let nobody steal your shine. Okay. Okay. Now, back to the lecture at hand. Would you sneak around or cheat on your spouse? Or have you cheated on your spouse without them knowing? And if so, did they get caught? Because, honey, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all what I saw today. No cat. I saw this on YouTube. Um, Somebody got a call that it was a suspicious truck in a parking lot, right? Cops came and pulled up. Now, mind you, the tent's dark as like bat hell dark. It was just dark. You could barely see. I gotta turn my fan down because it's kind of interfering. Hold up. Cause y'all gotta hear this shit. Turn that off. Okay. So somebody tipped off the cops. Um, Told them it's some suspicious activity moving around in this truck. You know, nobody's sitting in the front, but they can see some type of silhouette in the back. So the cops go over to the truck, knock on the window, open the door, and all this shit. It's a naked man and a naked woman back there, right? The sad part about this was the man had his little 5-year-old son sitting in the back seat, sleep in his truck. It was a nice truck, but why would you have your 5-year-old sleep in the back seat while y'all two in the back seat with him doing the nasty? Now check this out. To add insult to injury, all he was worried about was, I'm married and my wife is going to find out. Am I going to be on the news? Am I going to be on the news? I got a wife. He's like, the cops like, okay, well, so, somebody's going to have to come get your truck. I don't know if you're going to be on the news. That's not our decision if you're going to be on the news. Um, so he was like, I dropped my wife and my other 3 kids off. They're shopping. So while he dropped his wife and his other 3 kids, and he kept the youngest one with him because the youngest one was asleep, they at the mall shopping while he drove around looking for a trick and found one, right? He found one. How you been, boo? Hey, Renew. Hey, Renew Strength. I've been good, boo. How you been? I ain't see you for a while. Good to see you, boo. Let me give you a round of applause. Good to see you. Renewed strength in the building. What? Good to see you. So yeah. So he worried about, okay, I gotta pick my wife and kids back up. So they like, well, you're gonna have to call and tell her. He like, huh? He like, you're gonna have to call and tell her that, either she gonna take an Uber to come and get the truck or we're gonna tow it. He was like, but do I have to? I mean, is there any other way I can? They like, look, you the one that left your wife and kids at the mall and got one sleeping in the back seat of your truck while you tricking. And then on top of it, not to make, a big deal out of it, but homegirl was black, right? And he Caucasian. So what the cop did was, and she was pretty too. She ain't have a care in the world. She like, look, I just came to get some money. I met him. She was keeping it a stack. She said I met him online, and we made a deal. He was gonna give me $500, to do some activities to him, you know. But he like, yo, but my wife, I got a wife that I left at the mall with my kids. I gotta go back and pick them up. So what am I supposed to do? My wife's stuff is in the car, her bag and all this type of shit, blah, blah, blah. And the cops was like, well, look, you the one out here left out on your wife, told your wife you'll be back and ain't coming back, because you committing the crime right now. You know what I'm saying? So they finally let him call his wife, right? So he like, honey, You're gonna have to come pick up my truck, blah blah blah. It's over here, and this and that. So she like, well, what are you did? What did you do? And he like, I can't talk about it. She like, what do you mean you can't talk about it? He like, I can't talk about it right now, honey. She's like, what did you do, honey? What is going on? What did you get? Are you going to jail? He like, yeah, I'm going to jail. So she's like, well, what did you do? That's all she was worried about. Well, what did you do? And he like, honey, I can't talk about it right now. She's like, oh my goodness, and blah blah blah. And he asking now, mind you, this man asking, is this gonna be on the news? No, motherfucker, this shit on YouTube is bigger than the news. It's bigger than the news, homeboy. You on YouTube and they showed your full face, yo. Everybody can see. See now, right there, you gotta think of what the wife is gonna think. Yo, you embarrassed me like this, and then you with a gorgeous black woman. I mean, she was beautiful. I'm just gonna keep it a stack. And here I am, and you making me look like a fool. I have to, hey yo, it ain't no coming back from this, cause that mean you been doing this type shit. If you think that's his first time doing that type of shit, you crazy. He done that before. He done that plenty of times where he said, "Here, babe, go shop and get the kids some things that they need. I'm just gonna go down the street and grab, ice cream or beer. I'll be right back." But no, he drove around looking for tricks and he found one. But guess what? The trick was on him, literally. Cause they was in the back seat doing only God knows what. She was hurrying up, pulling up her dress, and he was buttoning up his pants. It was like they got caught like deers in the headlight. So I know for a fact if this wife took him back, well, I'll say I ain't gonna say for a fact, but if she took this man back, yo, she a sucker. She's a sucker because once a cheater, always a cheater. I do believe that. You know what I'm saying? And if they not gonna cheat, they probably have urges to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Um, so if you got a good man out here and they not a cheater, then you know what? You hit the jackpot to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Because most men cheat. I'm not saying all men, because you do have some decent men out here that don't cheat. But the majority of these men out here cheat. So I just wanted to see the outcome if she took him back. What was the outcome? You know what I'm saying? Because the juicy part was yet to be seen. I wanted to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, well, what did you do? She probably thought maybe he got caught drinking and driving or something like that. But nah, wait till she find out he was tricking with y'all baby sleeping in the back seat of the truck. Okay, while he getting topped off. You feel me? Cause homegirl wasn't ashamed to say what she was gonna do. She was like, we met on the site. We met to we our agreement was to meet up. He was gonna give me $500. And, I was gonna give him some head. And that was it. So she didn't care. She was like, look, I'm game for it. I don't mind going to jail. Like, this is something I do. Basically, that's how she's saying. But he was worried because he know you got to explain this to your wife. And it be killing me when they get caught in situations like this and they be like, am I going to be on the news? Am I going to be, no, you nowadays they putting your ass on YouTube. Okay. Your whole neighborhood about to see this shit. So you go home to the neighborhood and everybody whispering and, raking their lawn and cutting their lawn and looking at your ass like you disgusting ass pig. You know what I'm saying? But I got 6 likes. Somebody deserve a clap for that. you very much. Thank you very much for the 6 likes. But can't complain. Glad to hear your voice. Okay, renew strength. Glad to see you in the chat. What you been up to? You been working hard, I take it. Yeah, but the moral of the story is, listen, you hoes gotta tell these people, look, tell these men to get you a hotel. What was wrong with going to a hotel? You gonna be in the parking lot sticking out like a sore thumb, because it ain't like they was like parked next to some cars, you know. And then I mean, I guess it's okay, but still, you don't want nobody to see you, you know, because when you real close up to a car, you can see in there tinted car and some tinted windows. So I guess they figured parking in that little isolated little spot, they wouldn't have been noticed. But somebody called because, like they said, we got a call that there was some suspicious activity going on, and they up here. She got on the dress. I guess easy access. I don't know. She got on the dress, and he buttoning up his pants off fast, and the poor baby is right there while they doing they dirty deed. You know, it's like, ew. Why would you do that with your child in a car? You know what I'm saying? Even drop him back off and tell him, look, let him stay with the other kids. Hey, baby, you got to take him too, because I'm pretty sure that's what he was thinking. I'm going to trick real quick and then come back. You know what I'm saying? And now she got to find out when she get to the station what happened. See, it's disgusting how some men are, because you would how low would you stoop to have some hoe, because that's what she is, a hoe, in your truck while your baby is asleep. You don't do that. That's just a no no. If you're gonna do it right. Make sure the kids is out of the way first. He should have said, you know what? Let me take my kid back to my wife. And then, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I was more concerned about, was the poor child. F them two. They could do it. You know, they grown. They could have said, hey, yo, let's go to a Motel 6, a Holiday Inn, somewhere. Than to sit in the trunk, in the truck, and do this with a baby sleeping right next. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Couldn't have been me. Cause honey, you about to get the beat down, because listen, cause from what she did mention, from what I heard, the cops asked her, did she have kids? She had a kid. But you think she brought her kid along? No, she was smart enough not to do that. But this fool brought his kid while they was doing a dirty deed. That's disgusting. You know, I hope his wife sanitized the back seat and took everything, the truck, the house, all of that. For real. I hope she took him for everything, because I wouldn't go back with him. I wouldn't. You disrespected me. You mean to tell me you dropped me off to go trick and got my son sleep in the back seat with the both of y'all tricking? It don't work like that, sir. The papers will be filed, and I will be getting alimony. I will be getting it all. The truck too. I'm gonna sell this damn truck, okay? Cause it's contaminated. Ain't no telling how many times he did that. You know what I'm saying? He must have thought he was getting away this time, but no, he ain't get away. He got caught this time. He like, am I going to jail? Am I gonna go to jail? Of course you're going to jail. You're tricking and politicking in the goddamn parking lot with a trick. You are going to jail. Okay, sir? And then you got caught with your pants down. All of, and this is on YouTube for everybody to see. All your neighbors, everybody gonna see. Your wife especially is gonna see. But I hope she ain't one of those forgiving types. Cause some women they be like, okay, you know what, I forgive you. That's unforgivable. I'm sorry. Your child was asleep while he was tricking with a woman in the back seat. So all three of them back there, and you tricking with my child sleep. I'm taking you for everything you got. I'm gonna sell this truck, okay? But then you might have some dumb women that be like, you know what, honey, I know it was just a mistake. I know you didn't mean to do it. You know what? We can go to counseling. Do you want to go to counseling? You're like, yeah, sure, babe. We can go to counseling. Okay, don't worry about it. I mean, you got caught before you did anything, right? And he probably like, yeah, honey, we didn't even get that far. Well, at least you didn't get that far. You know what I'm saying? So that's the good part, honey. You didn't get that far. You didn't penetrate, no penetration, right? No, honey, no penetration. Well, good. We can save this marriage. You got some ditzy chicks out there like that. But honey, um, a sister, the majority of us sisters that happen to, we like, yo, F you, okay? F you. I see you in court because I'm taking you for everything. It's over. I want a divorce, okay? You're not going to play me like this. Have everybody looking at me in the neighborhood as a neighborhood sucker, okay? And not only I'm doing it for me, but I'm doing it for the embarrassment that you caused me. You know what I'm saying? You embarrassed me to the fifth, sixth power. You know what I'm saying? He ain't have, hey yo, he ain't have the decency to think about the poor child, his 5-year-old son, laying down sleep next to them while she's sucking him off. And that's literally what she was trying to say. I was gonna give him some services. I was, you know, so $500 and you cheap, and he couldn't pay for a hotel. Pay for a hotel. If I'm gonna be here with you doing it, if I'm gonna do it, we gonna do it right. No kids, bring no kids. I wonder if she knew that. Because if she knew that, she's just as dirty as he is. Because I would have been like, kids is off limits. I don't want no kids around. If you got kids, we ain't doing shit. You can't bring your kid. Okay. I wonder if he said, I got my son, he's asleep, but he's sleep in the back. This probably how it went down. He probably told a bit, hey, I got my son, he's sleep in the back seat, but he's not waking up anytime soon. He probably told her some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, come on. Because all she think about is a little $500. Okay. Hey, TS. What's up, y'all? What's up, TS? Hey, boo. Hey. Good to see you. Hey, Bella. Hey, Bella. Hey, boo. Thank y'all for the 6 likes, y'all. Make sure y'all like the live. Make sure y'all like the live. Thank you for the 6 likes. Thank you for the 6 likes. But yeah, that phone number is really there. It works. You can call. Have anybody experienced anything like that? Anybody in here trick? No, I'm just joking. But I really felt like, hey, yo, I would have got it. I'm telling you, me personally, he wouldn't have got to lay next to me no more. After that, the embarrassment of it all, you know how shady that would be? That you drop me off and then you come back smelling like pussy. You ain't even taking a shower, none of that shit. That's disgusting. And then not to mention that the other kids gotta sit in the back seat of the truck. You know what I'm saying? And I bet you he wouldn't even have sanitized that shit. I bet you. But if you get one of them lights that shows all type of, like, how them lights that show splatter, like blood splatter, I bet you, in semen, all that type of, I bet you his whole seat would have lit up like a Christmas tree. Cause that wasn't his first time doing that shit. In my humble opinion, he done it before. He probably dropped his wife off plenty of times. Said, "No, I don't feel like being, shopping. I don't want to go shopping, baby. You take the card. Here's a card. Go shopping, and I got this from here." But little Joey's asleep. You gonna be okay with him? Yeah, he's fine. He can ride with me. Just going down the street to grab a beer, and chill out. Yeah, he went down the street to grab a beer. All right. He went down the street to grab some ass. Okay. He did not go grab no beer. And if he did, he grabbed a beer and got some ass. Okay? That says a lot about him. He will do it again. So you will be a sucker to take him back. Okay? I'm tired of seeing them kind of stories where these dumbasses, some of these dumbass men want to go trick. And the first thing they worry about, but is my wife going to see this? How am I going to tell my wife? You wasn't thinking about that when you was getting your blowjob. Well, I mean, excuse me. You wasn't thinking about that when you was getting taken care of. You wasn't thinking about none of that. You was in the midst of bliss. Okay. Now you got caught, and now you worried about it. Oh, but what am I gonna tell my wife? I got a wife and kids. Listen, it would have been bon voyage for you, honey. Honey, we done, son. The papers is already being printed up. Okay, I done called attorney Apiro. Okay, he will be serving you your papers. Okay, because some women, they be knowing, they will know in the back of their head that their man is out there cheating, and they act like nothing ain't happened. But I wish I would. If I sense you've been doing some dirt or you've been cheating, you best believe I'm not acting naive to the fact. I'm speaking up on it. Why is your t-shirt inside out? Why your drawers smell like pussy? Things like that. I'm gonna bring it up, and you better have a valid answer. Okay? Everything better make sense. Cause if it don't, this iron cast pot is gonna be in. Hey, listen, don't play with me. Shoot, once a cheater, always a cheater. And you may feel that some men feel like, this is what I don't get about some men. They feel like oral sex isn't cheating. Wrong. That's a form of cheating. I literally heard men say, "But I didn't cheat because I didn't have sex with her. She just gave me, you know, she gave me some head," or whatever the case may be. It's like, yo, that's a form of sex, stupid. Remy Ma, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Yeah, that is a form of sex. Stop playing. Ain't gonna play in my face. I'm not. I don't play that. You are not gonna play in my face, okay? Like I said, I would have loved to see what the wife said. Did she go along with the divorce? Because I would have. Because that would have told me a lot. That told me times when you drop me off, this what you've been doing. I'm not settling for it. It's over. It is over. Don't play me. You know that saying, don't play me, play lotto. Your chances is better at winning. Your chances is better at playing lottery than playing with me because I'm not settling for it, okay? Now I'm gonna give y'all a little more time to call. If y'all don't call, say in the next 10 minutes. Excuse me, Dougie. Excuse me, Dougie. Fresh your own. I'm hanging up, okay? In the next 10 minutes, okay? But yeah, it's just the audacity for me how some men treat they women, and even some women, they treat they men like dogs too. So don't think it's just men out here. Women out here doing the dirty, they doing dirt too. You know what I'm saying? They be married too, but they be cheating. It ain't just the men. Women cheat too. We just a little more slick about it. Okay, y'all messy. Women is more, we a little more slick. Okay. We think about the after the fact that we done it. We thinking about all of that. Y'all dumbasses just be so messy doing stuff in parking lots. Like, us women gonna be like, hey yo, I'll meet you over here. Okay. I'm gonna meet you over here at this time. You know what I'm saying? Don't come until like a couple of hours. I'll let you know when. You know what I'm saying? Get you a burner phone so we could talk on that burner phone. Okay, we got to do this right. I got a husband and you got a wife. I'm just saying. If I had to do it, I'm thinking ahead. It ain't going to be just no spur of the moment type thing where I'm just like, okay, we're going to meet in the parking lot. Okay, but I got my son with me. No, no, all of that got to be taken care of first. All of that have to be done and taken care of. Okay. I'm not messy like that. Okay, sir. So what you got to do before we even attempt to do anything, you handle your wife and your children. Make sure they at home safe and sound because you just never know what may happen while they at the mall and you out here driving. And now look, okay, look what you did. Now you all on YouTube doing a nasty in the back seat of the family truck. That's just nasty. Like I said, couldn't be me because I want a divorce ASAP. You did it once, you're going to do it again. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Okay? I mean, it ain't like you can't be redeemed. I think some men can be redeemed. Well, cheating is not in their vocabulary no more. They don't know what it is. Look, I've been through extensive counseling. I love my wife. cheating ain't for me no more. You know what I'm saying? But you can relapse. Just like you could relapse off of a drug, you could relapse on cheating. You know what I'm saying? So it can happen. It can happen. So I don't trust them damn dating sites anyways. I wouldn't dare date nobody on a dating site. I don't trust them. Because you know what? You just never know who you meeting. You never know that person's background. You don't know if that's their real name. You don't know who you may be inviting into your life when you dating on them sites. That plenty of fish and goldfish and all type of fishes and shit. You don't know who you messing with, okay? You could be messing with a serial killer, a serial rapist. You don't know who you messing with. So just be careful. Because she said they met on a dating site. You don't know what this man got. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what this man got. He got a whole lot of baggage with him. Little do you know. And you're not the only woman, and neither is his wife. Okay? He got a few of y'all. He got a few of y'all bitches. Anybody want to call in and tell me a story about their love life? Or have you been with a cheater before? Did you stay? Did you leave? What was the outcome? All right, well, since nobody wants to call in, guess I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all have y'all notifications on so when I go live, y'all will know. Also, make sure y'all like and subscribe to my channel. Thank y'all for coming through. I greatly appreciate it. I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace. Stay blessed. No stress.